This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight in the south today, Queenstown's Muslim community is fundraising for a mosque to host prayers for locals and visitors. Footy fever is hitting hard in Oamaru with the Ranfurly Shield in town. And Queenstowners are being treated to the chance to relax after work with a pint of beer while watching a play. Good evening, I'm Anastasia Munter. Queenstown's Muslim community is looking for a place of their own to worship in. Nearly 170,000 has already been pledged by donors. Now they just have to find somewhere in the resort's competitive property market.
A call to prayer in the open air. Queenstown Muslims holding a prayer session in the middle of the resort as they fundraise for a mosque.
There is a Muslim community in Queenstown which until today has no place of worship. So as surprising as it can be, because in Queenstown we can see that we are here for already a year, and we can see there are a lot of different churches and all kind of places of worship, but there's no mosque. Sampia launched a fundraising campaign in May to raise money for the purchase of a site or building to be used as a mosque for the local Muslim community. He says since the Christchurch shootings in March, more non-Muslims have been offering support. We saw a major turnaround after Christchurch. I was not in New Zealand, in Queenstown especially, and in New Zealand as well, during that unfortunate incident. But my wife was here, and she in fact witnessed a tremendous show of support, and we are very thankful for that. They're currently renting a church on Fridays for evening prayers, and while grateful, he says local and visiting Muslims need a place of their own. And given the fact that there's an ongoing traffic of tourists, also many of them coming from countries like Indonesia, India, Malaysia, Brunei, and also the Middle East, they always ask through the Facebook page whether there is a place where they can pray. And the answer is no. There are about 70 permanent members of the Muslim community living in Queenstown, and Sampia says they're crowdfunding across the Muslim community around the globe. And we decided to put up a website, a crowdsourcing website, from where we can hope to generate enough income to look for a place to purchase. A site in Douglas Street was seriously considered earlier in the year, but the current tenants took the option to extend their lease through to 2022. The community is now on the hunt for another suitable site, ideally one zoned for a place of worship. In Queenstown, the South Today.
One of the main streets in Invercargill was partially closed after a school bus crashed into an SUV early this afternoon. Police say emergency services were called just after 1 p.m. to D Street in Avenel. The two people in the SUV were unhurt but were a little shaken. Police say the bus wasn't carrying passengers and the driver was getting ready to start the school pickups. The incident is the second one in Southland today involving a school bus after one was driven into a ditch this morning. Ranfurly Shield fever is well and truly alive in North Otago as the small union prepares for its challenge against Otago on Friday. The shield is being toured around schools across the district to help promote the game, which is expected to draw a strong crowd.
Getting up close and personal with the most coveted prize in New Zealand rugby. Waitaki Boys High School students taking the chance to get their photo taken with the Ranfurly Shield ahead of North Otago's challenge against holders Otago on Friday.
It's pretty cool. I just keep turning around and looking at it because it's still just every time I look at it, it's just an amazing piece of New Zealand rugby, and just the history behind it's amazing.
The Old Golds coach has been entrusted with the log of wood for a few days as he takes it on a tour around the region's schools.
I started up in Twizel, went up there Sunday night, and then as of Monday morning worked my way back down Twizel, Marama, Waitaki Valley, Papakai, and then I've been around the town schools today, and just an awesome response from the teachers, probably more than the kids. But yeah, once the kids sort of found out a little bit about it and the history behind it was, yeah, pretty cool.
Forrest says the knowledge of the Shield's history varies from school to school.
Country kids, know a little bit more than the town kids. Yeah, so I think that's just sort of, they knew it was coming. Their mums, their dads might have told them a little bit more about it. But no, they knew the basic stuff around it. Yeah, and hey, they knew that North Otago hadn't won it, but hopefully we are going to after Friday.
Yep. Otago's defended the Shield once already this season. Last week's match against Thames Valley and Wanaka saw the challengers rise to the occasion, leading 13-0 at one stage, but they were eventually outclassed 41-21 by the holders. Forrest says his team is rearing to go this week.
Just hugely excited about the occasion and just getting the crack. We don't get it very often in the Heartland teams, so the 23 that go out there on Friday, they're just going to throw everything at it, and who knows what can happen.
The match kicks off in Oamaru at 2:05 on Friday afternoon. In Oamaru, the South today.
The bells are ringing out for Otago University's Doctor of Philosophy students. The university has created a new form of celebration for when students hand in their thesis. Human Nutrition PhD candidate Claudia Leong got to ring the campus bell earlier this year and says it feels like a sense of accomplishment to be able to complete her studies. The bell-ringing celebration began in March when the university decided to introduce something more substantial than the usual chocolate fish when students handed in their thesis. The bell was made in Edinburgh and shipped to Dunedin in 1863. It was lost for many years before being returned to the university. A staff member has made a recycled rimu mallet with which to ring the bell. Queenstowners are being treated to the chance to relax after work with a pint of beer while watching a play tomorrow. And it's all part of an initiative encouraging locals to stop using plastic.
Poetry and performances are set to entertain visitors to Queenstown's Smith's Craft Beer House tomorrow. The entertainment is designed to carry a message on how Central Lakes residents can reduce plastic waste.
We're focusing on Plastic-Free July, initiatives that look at innovative technology to change our waste solutions.
The event is seeing several Queenstown environmental groups get together with local drama groups as part of an inventive collaboration.
We're really excited to all be collaborating in this important event, so just encourage people to come to it.
The evening's ecology-themed performances are the works of local writers.
We are doing a couple of pieces, one called Sea Bags, about plastic bags in the sea, and a monologue and a poem, and these were written by Queenstown Creative Writers Group.
Whitehead says there will also be talks on topics such as how to stop the use of disposable cups in the region.
We've got 2 talks on solutions to coffee cups in the region and actually eliminating them totally from cafes, which is something that's going into Wanaka.
The performance, Short Plays in a Pint, is set for 5:30 tomorrow at Smith's Craft Beer House. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, we give some information on a Dunedin bar assault that left 2 people injured. And we meet a group of Christchurch artists who enjoy making their mark. See you after the break.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
The season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
Ricky here from Beds R Us Dunedin, your local sleep specialists. Come in and try our huge touchscreen sleep selector, taking the hard work out of choosing the right bed for you. See you here.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Welcome back. Police are seeking witnesses after 2 people were seriously assaulted at a Dunedin bar over the weekend. They're looking for any information in relation to the assault, which left a 24-year-old woman and a 22-year-old man in hospital. They say both victims were taken to hospital but are now recovering well. The assault occurred around 1:45 a.m. on July the 7th at Suburbia Bar in Lower Stewart Street. A 28-year-old man has been arrested in relation to the incident. At Handmade Studio, Christchurch artisans are working their looms while interacting with each other. Sarah Kerr says this is the only place where people understand her. Like her, the operators of the other looms are all artisans with disabilities.
Handmade Studio, it's set up to provide a craft studio where people could learn the skills where they end up being able to make a quality item.
Feels like walking into my second home. Everybody gets here. Everybody understands that life isn't easy all the time. I've got spastic diplegia cerebral palsy, so it means my shoulders basically do all the work. I walk with sticks, and if I have to go really long, I use a wheelchair. So this is a weaving loom. So I'm making fabric, so I push the pedals down and it sheds the wool. So what I do is take the beater and push it back like that, put the shuttle through, and you have to put it up on an angle or it goes super tight. And then beat it, and then I change colours completely and go to this blue and make a pattern row.
I came here from the very beginning and I've been here ever since. I'm what's called a perfectionist. I like the edges neat and I go to the end of the walk, the very end, and a lot of people say, oh, I can't do that. But you might just need that wee bit more. You never know. Some days you have good days and some days you have bad days, like in any job. But mainly it's the small atmosphere when we all get on well together. And then also the achievement of what you've produced. It's quite an old loom, but it's a good loom actually. Got to wear problem here. Once we make a cape out of the material, what's left we make into at rabbits or teddy bears. So I'm quite multitasked actually.
There you go, you can get a nice shot with my attendant friends. Sometimes my desk can look like a local zoo, you know, because I've got teddy bears and rabbits all over the place. When the people have made their items, they're effectively their product, so when it's sold they get a share in the sale back. So yeah, it's just like you're doing it as an artisan, and that's what we refer to our team as. You know, as you've seen today, they're all very skilled and have spent time getting to that stage. So, you know, rightfully so, they should, you know, get some fruits of their labour. That's part of it, but also we hope that people, when they're coming, enjoy coming, they enjoy the day, and they look forward to the next day when they come back.
I found my dream job. I'm actually a trained travel agent, but it's like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. When I got here, I was incredibly shy. I would not say boo to a goose. And now, I'll tease the heck out of the guys, and they'll give it to me back. It's more than just a job. I certainly do not do it for the money. I do it because I love it. And I can't think where I'd be if I hadn't gone, come on, just get some nerves, go and see what it's like, don't turn back, just kick yourself up the bum and go and do it. So I did. My brother's then girlfriend was wandering around the city and she found this place and she thought it would be good for me. I nearly chickened out. I nearly turned around and went back home again because I was so scared that I'd miss again and that I wouldn't get the job. I walked round in Colombo Street and went, wow, I've just walked into Aladdin's cave.
Being able to come somewhere and do an activity for the day and enjoy it in itself is a good reward. May you be happy when you leave, and may you look forward to being happy when you come back.
After the break on the South today, a temporary replacement for the earthquake-prone Luggett Community Hall has arrived. And we take a look at tomorrow's ODT and the weather.
Say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Ricky here from Beds R Us Dunedin, your local sleep specialists. Come in and try our huge touchscreen sleep selector, taking the hard work out of choosing the right bed for you. See you here.
Step into Shop on Carol and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
The season has changed, and like Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Come on, mate. The blue doesn't go with the brown.
Welcome back. The temporary replacement for the earthquake-prone Luggett Community Hall has arrived on separate trucks from Christchurch. The structures were transferred to their new home on the community reserve next to the Luggett tennis courts yesterday. Contractor Naylor Love says once the 2 halves are on the wooden pile foundations, the process to stitch the building back together will begin and take up to 3 days. It'll be followed by a fit-out which will take another 5 to 6 weeks. The building is expected to be ready for use in early October. That'll be just over 2 years since the 1954 Luggett Memorial Hall was closed when it was assessed as a high earthquake risk. Work is underway to assemble a design team for a permanent hall replacement. And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Queenstown's Muslim community is fundraising for a mosque to host prayers for locals and visitors when they pass through the resort. Footy fever is hitting hard in Oamaru with the Ranfurly Shield in town, and many southern fans plan to travel to the match. And Queenstown residents are being treated to the chance to relax after work with a pint of beer while watching a play which might just be educational. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Philip.
Yes, hi. This evening, the Dunedin City Council's recommendation for the site of the $15 million Mosgiel pool's come out, so there'll be intense interest in Mosgiel in that. Working sheepdogs. There was a story the other day about the most expensive one in New Zealand. It'll apparently sold, a Central Otago one sold, I think it was in Gore yesterday, for a little bit more than that. So look out for this expensive sheepdog.
Exciting.
They're not cheap, they're very valuable critters. There are more details on the sad story of the Dunedin toddler who died just hours after being discharged from hospital for the second time in 2 days. This is from a coroner's court. The actual incident was several years ago. On a more positive note, Joe Bennett's in good form, lovely column on the opinion page. And to sport, I thought I'd mention that Otago has named its team for that Ranfurly Shield Challenge against North Otago on Friday.
Cool. Thank you, Philip. And now time for a look at tonight's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Today's southern view is a sunny start to a beautiful Dunedin day. Looking at the situation, a light airflow will allow low cloud to remain around the region for the next few days, with some sunshine developing in the afternoons. A cooler southwesterly airflow is on the way, but not till next week. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect a cloud or two and 15 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim are also due to have a cloud or two within 13 degrees. Moving down to Canterbury, a cloud or two and 13 degrees for Kaikoura. Planned for 11 degrees and mostly clear skies in Christchurch, and 12 degrees with the chance of the sun breaking through the clouds for Ashburton. Looking at what's in store for the southern towns, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can all expect light northerlies with some high cloud and temperatures peaking around 10 or 11. Travelling westward to the Central Lakes, we have light wind with some cloud for most of you. Queenstown 8, Wanaka 9 and Alexandra scrapes into double digits with a high of 11. A bit further south in Te Anau, it'll be cloudy with light northerlies and a high of 9 degrees. In Dunedin, there will be some cloud tonight with northeast winds and an overnight low of 7. Tomorrow sees morning low cloud clearing and long sunny periods developing with a high of 11 and a low of 5. And Friday brings light to moderate cool northeasterlies with a low of 12, a high of 12 and a low of 4. And in Invercargill, there will be some low cloud tonight with an overnight low of 7. Tomorrow brings low cloud in the morning and night with a high of 12 degrees and a low of 5. Friday sees sunny periods and high cloud by day with light northerly winds, a high of 13 and a low of 6. And that's the news for this Wednesday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.